Hi, students. I know that many of you are probably working on your research papers because I've only had one turned in so far, but I wanted to go ahead and use this time to introduce the Rent Collector essay. I hope that you enjoy this book. It is really a fun book and it has lots of good ideas in it. I really like it a lot. So the idea. Let's look at the discussion question number 1. What you're going to do for this one is, how do the three main characters in the novel, Sang Lee, Lee Kim, and Sopiat Sin, react to adversity? And what lessons can we learn from each of those? So that's what you're going to do, is you're going to read the first part of the book, and then you're going to discuss the three main characters from what you've seen so far. So let's look at the overview. Okay. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right. So you're going to read the first third of the Rent Collector and then do discussion number 1. That's all you're going to do. So you don't need to read the whole book this week, but you are going to read some of it. I probably will accept late discussion questions with no points off, because it looks to me like perhaps some of you are going to be working on, most of you are going to be working on your research paper. So if you want to read 2/3 of the novel after you finish the research paper, that's up to you. So anyway, I'm not going to do late things for that this next time. But let's look at what you should be looking at as you're reading the book. Eventually, you're going to write a 4 to 6 page essay discussing one of the themes expressed in the Rent Collector. So you're going to do a theme. You're going to look for what the author is trying to say about life, what the author is trying to say about our experience. Look at the examples. You can take the different pieces of advice from her grandfather. Peace is a product of both patience and persistence. Do you have a thought about that? So if you do, then that might be a good idea with that. Would you like to discuss something about parental love? We really see Sang Lee and Lee Kim as being, they're just such awesome parents. So you might want to talk about the importance of love in parenting. There's some foretelling of the future. You might want to talk about that. And going on, just any of these things, trash, ideas, spunk, just any of those different themes. But as you read the book, kind of think about what you would like to write about. Laughter, that's kind of fun. And then make little marks in the book about where you think you would like to do it, because otherwise it's going to be hard to find the quotations when you go. And you also are going to include 2 approved outside sources. Right. So reading the book is vital for the assignment. So you're going to receive 2 extra credit points for each of your 3 discussion questions. And if you do not complete all 3, you will receive -6 points. So that'll count even if it's late. So when you're going to write the essay, and we'll talk more about that later, but you're going to look for a title and an introduction and a thesis statement. These should sound familiar to you. Body paragraphs to support your claim. A conclusion that reinforms why the theme is important. So when you get ready to write the essay, go back and read this a whole lot. But for right now, just kind of look for what you need. Just read the book and enjoy it, and mark some themes that you might want to do. And then we'll talk again about what you maybe could do for the different themes as we go later. So here's the discussion question we already talked about, and that's all we're going to talk about today. So I just mainly wanted to talk to you about that. I will count the discussion questions as on time if we do it until then. And I'm not going to have a quiz for this because we didn't talk about much. But hopefully you watch it, and hopefully it will give you some ideas. If you have any questions about your research paper, if you have any problems and things, just let